This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Welcome to the Wicked Radio Network.
Hi, this is Mark. Congratulations, you have found this amazingly awesome show. Chances are you're listening to it right now on whether it's iTunes or Stitcher Radio or some other mobile app that allows you to stream this amazingly awesome show to your ear holes. And I can't stress how awesomely amazing this show really is. But did you know that you can also catch the latest episode of this show on the Tangibound Network? That's right. Go check out tangiboundnetwork.com. You can look them up, and you can listen to it right there. It's even mobile friendly. What more could you ask for? Which means you can pull it up on your iPhone or your Android, even your Windows phone. Yeah, who has one of those? But still, point remains, you can do it. You can do it. Check it out, tangiboundnetwork.com. Listen to this show, the latest episode, every time. Check it out.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. The boys will let you know when there's a spurler. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 247.
The most consistent podcast, 24/7, in the network.
That's right. We're just like your mom, open 247.
247.
That's
Speaking of your moms out there, it's Earth Day.
What?
I don't know.
That's awful.
You know, like a planetoid.
Oof.
Dirty.
Ooh.
I have no idea.
This isn't going well, Tony.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's all right.
Hey, recycling shit.
No.
Because it's Earth Day.
I recycled last night.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, we took our those bracelets they give you for when you go to see shows, and there was a big recycle thing right outside of the bar, so we put them.
You were pre-Earth Daying.
Yeah, well, it was late enough. It wasn't pre-Earth Day.
Oh, you were Earth Daying.
Yeah, we easily saved the Earth.
I thought I woke up and there was a little bit of morning dew on my car, but I was like, these look like tears of joy.
Oh, no, we stopped by your house on the way home.
Just furiously masturbated all over it.
The most furiously, I don't know, that doesn't make any sense. Whew.
Basically, my thoughts of Earth Day is, save the planet's great. But if it's like January 3rd and you're littering, you're still a cunt.
I don't know. I mean, I bought Earth a bouquet of flowers and some chocolate today.
Just threw it on the yard.
Yeah.
Enjoy it,
Earth. Yeah.
It's opposite reaction Earth Day
Sure,
needs.
right. Steak and BJ
Killing
Day is
its
weird.
flowers and throwing it in its face.
Yeah.
That's like ripping out Earth's beard hair and tossing it at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do that all the time, though. So
it's true.
To people.
Fuck you, Earth.
No, to people. I mean, I just.
Oh.
Yeah. If I don't like someone's beard, I just tear it off of them and throw it in their face. You call that a beard?
It's like an angel. It's like you treat beards that you disapprove of like a chimp treats other people's genitals.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Just
Let's just say, like this time of year, if you grow a bad playoff beard, you should probably steer clear of me. Like, look at that face.
So adorable. I shall name you Patch.
That's all right.
Yeah. You guys were 3 episodes away from episode 250.
250. Yeah.
That's like a milestone or something.
That's what I've heard. That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a quarter century.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Or, well, no, century's 100. I'm retarded, guys.
I know.
Thank you, Earth Day.
Yeah. You were
Blame it on Earth Day.
You were too busy worrying about the Earth. You're too distraught over the events of the week.
Yes, I was distraught.
It's been a rough week.
Dude, it has been a rough week.
Or a great week. It just depends on...
Are we going to get to that? Or are we...
Well, Adam, where do you want to start? You know what? Let's get the bad stuff out of the way. Then we'll tell the silliness. Because there's a lot of silliness to get to.
Fair enough.
Trust me.
So let me... let's just start this off right.
Wow.
Turn it down a little. There we go.
Someone's dog died?
No, that's.
Oh, right.
That's
Sorry. Damn it. Oh, you can't put them together. That's like Creed and lasers.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Oh, man.
Anyway, back to it.
I'm glad I'm on a new antidepressant, dude. Otherwise, that might have...
You might want to double down. You might want to just crush it up and snort it.
Jeez. Otherwise, the combination of those two songs, man, I was looking for a knife. All right. I'm back. I'm good.
So, this week, specifically yesterday, we lost a couple of great people. We lost Prince, which is just brutal. Goddamn legend.
True enough.
And on the same day,
one of the best halftime show artists ever. And I say that without sarcasm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus, remember, assless pants. How dare you steal those out of my wardrobe?
Not to mention...
You son of a bitch. I'm glad you're dead. No, wait,
not to mention wicked hoop game.
Wicked blouses. Bitches.
Pancakes
but
and such.
We also lost China, the WWE steroid monster woman.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I hate to say it, but the day that China dies and the day Prince dies, people go, China who?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's true. Yeah. And obviously one, being a professional wrestler is whatever, but she really changed the game for a lot of women because she wrestled against men.
Right.
And she actually held the Intercontinental title, which she won against Jeff Jarrett at No Mercy in Cleveland in a kitchen match, which I was in attendance for. And
making sandwiches.
No, there was a lot of like kitchen items, flour and different stuff. She ended up winning by smashing his guitar over his head. And then hitting him for the 1, 2, 3, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3 and winning the Intercontinental Championship. Which was a really big deal though, because, women don't generally wrestle men especially in the WWE. That didn't really happen, So
right.
That was a whole different, a whole different ball game when she was, part of that. So, and obviously I'm not, pushing Prince aside, because that's a whole different chunk of,
yes.
We could spend probably a whole show talking about.
We could do a Prince tribute show.
Yeah, one of my favorite things I read about Prince was there was a time when Eric Clapton was asked what it's like to be the greatest guitar player alive, and he goes, "I don't know, ask Prince."
Yeah,
or something like that. Yeah.
Apparently, he's got a vault just full of unreleased videos and media, and
yeah, because he never allowed that. Like, he took anytime someone had something or uploaded something, it got taken down. His stuff's not on streaming media. Like all that kind of stuff. He really controlled his own stuff.
Right.
And I'm sure you remember that was why he fought with was it Warner or whatever,
right,
over his name.
The symbol.
Yeah. So, he was really trying to control his intellectual rights as a musician,
now,
as an artist.
What do you think? Does it become the next Tupac? Stuff's just going to be released for the next decade to keep the Prince compound alive?
Boy, I don't know, because if they're respecting his wishes, no.
They won't do it.
But
family doesn't always respect shit.
Oh, for sure. I understand.
I've seen some dirty funeral action before.
Yeah, you're probably right, though. And the thing is, it's like, as a music fan, I mean, I kind of want to hear what,
right?
And I'm not saying like the cutting room floor kind of stuff, because listen, as much as I love Prince and such, there's some bad Prince out there. There's some bad Prince music, but there's a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know if people have like you can't find, because it gets yanked down so quick. There's a lot of really awesome Prince covers out there, or were,
right,
that would go up and then they'd go away really fast,
Yeah.
And,
as you do the bat dance, it comes swooping in.
Right. Natural. Jeez. But I've heard stories of him doing, like, in concert and stuff, playing, various, for encores and stuff, where he would come out and play songs and people were just like, oh my God, it was so good. And it's like, yeah, it gets taken off of YouTube in like 2 seconds,
Right.
And, so I think it'd be kind of cool to finally be able to watch and listen to some of this stuff, Not to mention, like you said,
eventually.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, there is also, if the family does want some, some cash, I mean, there's certainly a market for it. Because I guarantee right now, the number one selling stuff on iTunes is Prince stuff, right? I mean, without looking, we're just guessing,
I'm not even
right?
gonna look, but I guarantee it is.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah, we lost those to fine individuals.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah,
seriously, I don't know if it's still available or not. Probably because it's owned by the NFL. But if you haven't watched the Super Bowl halftime show he did, go smarten up on it.
Annihilated.
Because easily the best halftime show I've ever seen. He crushed it. And it was like seriously pouring rain, and he was doing Purple Rain, and it was, he was just shredding on that guitar.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you, like I said, if you haven't seen it, go smarten yourself up, because it's worth it. Boom.
Because it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's no Left Shark.
Yeah, that's true.
Good.
It's true. Left Shark. Yeah.
Good old Left Shark.
Yeah. If only they could have played together.
I guess we got one more loss this week, Brian.
Yeah. Well, we actually have two. In fairness, if you were ever a fan of, like, Everybody Loves Raymond, Doris Roberts died too.
Oh, that's true.
And she was a hell of an actress. So
yeah,
I did not care for the show, but she was a hell of an actress, and she was in. That sounds like my cat when she wants food, or having a stroke, whichever. She was also great in. Oh, wasn't she in Grandma's Boy?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, she's a hell of an actress, though. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, she was a hell of an actress, though. So, anyways, yeah.
But our pal Matthew McDonough from the Passersby podcast.
Damn it, Tony.
He's decided to discontinue his podcast, which, I'll leave the reasons up to him if he comes back onto social medias.
Right.
But You will be missed, Matthew. And send your listeners our way. Because that's what friends do.
We're pouring out a Baltica for you. Mainly because it's horrible, horrible. I mean, the Tsar of beers.
You can't pour it out, Brian. It's Earth Day. Don't do that to the Earth.
You're right.
You son of a bitch.
Plus, we'll get to pouring out a Baltica.
Yes, we will.
We'll get to that.
So I think that's our sad downtime moment of the Select the Language program.
I think so. I don't think we can take any more. Right?
No, not at all.
I thought we were going to have more sad to talk about. Because before we get into the week, because I want to just talk about this really quick, because I don't think this needs a lot of talk. Because, did you see, I'm sure you saw the whole Conor McGregor shenanigans.
Yeah, his, I'm retiring early.
Yeah, and nobody believed him, you know? Like, as soon as he said that, I was like, there's no way. There's no way he's walking away from that kind of money.
I heard an interesting angle. I was listening to Joe Rogan, which I'll get to later, because something I want to talk about this week. I heard on a show.
Okay.
But, and Rogan said the only way he thought that it might be true is apparently before Conor hit it big.
Yeah.
He was talking about retiring out of fighting just because he had friends that are getting just,
brutalized.
Cognitively.
Yeah.
And apparently the dude that died in like Thailand or whatever,
recently,
Conor trained with.
Right.
So he's like, yeah, that would be the only way he could see him actually retiring. It's because of those, he thought about retiring already, and then his Sony trainer died in the ring.
Yeah. And I was that way when I read that too, because I read, someone had posted, Rogan's thoughts, and I was like, that's plausible. Like, of anything I've read, that's legitimate. And somebody else was like, he could walk away from them and probably go, because like seriously, like if he wanted to go work for WWE, they'd take him in a second, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
With those kind of mic skills,
popular as he is, and his mic skills, yeah,
he'd be just straight cash, homie. I mean, they lost a guy like CM Punk. He could walk in and be their new CM Punk,
Yeah.
So yeah, they are always looking for a guy like that.
Well,
but
he could retire from fighting and open a gym in Dublin and just live like a king.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
as much as Ireland loves
that
him.
is very true. He wouldn't even have to do anything silly and put his body on the line like WWE.
Nope.
You're right.
No.
He could just go train.
Yeah.
And so I was just kind of like, I just don't see him walking away from it at this point. I was like, maybe, but I just don't. And then when he came out and posted a whole new thing to where he was like, look, part of the reason why I lost to Diaz was because it was more about promoting the fight, and I wasn't focusing on the things I needed to focus on, and now I'm focusing on this. And if UFC wants me to come promote, I'll come to the like one big promotion thing. But other than that, I'm basically staying in my camp, and I'm getting ready for this fight so that I'll win it, against Diaz. So I was like, yeah. And then he was like, basically what I did by retiring was I tripled the value of their investment. And I was like, he's not wrong.
Right.
Because all everybody in the fighting world talked about was Conor McGregor and this fight potentially, and him not, whether he's retired or not, for that whole week.
Yeah, exactly.
And it really didn't need that much promotion. All you have to do is go, hey, Conor McGregor's fighting on this fight, and everyone's going to go, I want to watch it.
Right.
That's it. He's the guy, Like right now, he's the guy. Everyone wants to watch. And if it's a rematch with Diaz, and people go, hey, McGregor's going to do it right this time, yeah, everybody's going to want to watch that fight. No one's going to go, oh, Diaz owned him last time. They're going to go, no, McGregor, maybe got got himself together. Like, come on.
Although I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Diaz with a full fight camp.
Listen. I'm not saying
not a few weeks of training.
I'm not saying it's going to go any differently. I'm just saying that it certainly makes you go, I want to watch the fight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're not going to go, meh, it's going to go the same way, or meh. You're just, listen, this is going to be, it's going to sell. So, and I'm sure it will.
Exactly.
It's weird. You had that bed music going. Now it's all quiet.
I know, right? I could put more bed music on.
Nah, we're fine. We're fine.
I mean, we got,
No, remember. No, we're all right. We're all right.
Okay.
All right. So now let's move on.
All right.
let's move into. Well, let's go back. We
Backwards.
did Fantasticon on Saturday.
If you want to hear that, you should for sure. Oh,
what?
You should probably release the Enthusiast first. Huh.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, or on the same day maybe.
Whatever. We'll see.
But
yeah,
we put out a little short stint of the Enthusiast where we talk about Fantasticon. So if you want to hear about our Fantasticon experience, check out that episode, guys.
Wow. Careful. Yeah,
I think I threw off my jaw.
Just a little taste where we talked about what happened there and stuff. Just little something.
Yeah. But what we didn't cover was the events immediately afterward.
Right. That's true. That was too hot for the Enthusiast.
Nice. Sexy.
That's our new post-Enthusiast show. That's the Patreon exclusive.
Yeah, Enthusiast After Dark.
Too hot. Yeah, we left the Fantasticon and we were like, we were a little parched.
Yeah, I mean, after looking at comic books and flipping our flapper to creators for a while bit, you tend to work up a thirst, Brian.
Right.
A man-sized thirst.
Right. Not to mention, Trav Dog dries up everything around him.
Trav Dog does.
I don't think he'll listen, so.
Probably not. But hopefully Dev will.
Right. And Dev will agree.
Yeah.
So we were like, we should go have one of those refreshing. I've heard, and you've had.
Waters?
No.
Oh,
no, sir.
I'm mistaken.
No, sir. We certainly weren't going to have a water. We were going to,
because water doesn't quench man-sized thirst.
That is correct.
How could I forget?
We decided to go to one of our favorite places, the Black Cloister, and have ourselves a nice adult water. No,
nice.
It wasn't. I won't insult it by calling it a water, even if I put adult in front of it. It was a refreshing. Well, I had a refreshing barrel-aged True Scotsman, which is a Scottish ale.
When you say
I meant two.
Some.
I meant two. I had two.
Yes.
And they were delicious. And which if you listen to The Enthusiast with Shannon, Brewmaster Shannon from the Black Cloister that we had on the show, she was telling us about it on there, and I was like salivating during the show
because barrel-aged Scotch ale.
Right. So I finally got to apply it to my face. And was quite the happy lad.
Totally worth it.
I was doing a jig of happiness.
Indeed.
Except for the jig of happiness part. Well, I mean, I just wasn't getting up off of my chair to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do full-fledged jig. Right. You still had man-sized thirst.
Right, I certainly did.
You had to drown that shit out.
Man-sized thirst.
Drown it like it's a bad animal.
Wait a minute. No, we're not doing that. No, we've already played that music. We can't.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, we can't have sad animal music anymore. No,
okay.
No more of that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So after a few refreshing glasses of God's sunshine,
angel tears,
if you will. Yeah. I was feeling decent, and there's a young gentleman decides to sit at the bar, and I keep seeing a guy like out this window, and I keep seeing him. He's directing traffic, and I don't know why, but it was irritating me.
Because Scotch ale.
Yeah, also that.
Yeah.
And I just point at this guy because I'm telling Tony, and I'm just like, this fucking guy is. What did I say? This fucking guy's annoying me, or no? I'm way off.
You pointed.
Yeah.
Here, as an observer and a third, person here.
Okay.
Brian points basically at the guy sitting at the bar, but he's actually pointing just over his shoulder.
Right.
Because that's where the guy outside was doing his stupid clown dance of directing traffic.
Yes.
And Brian just goes, that asshole over there is bugging the shit out of me. And the guy at the bar looked completely petrified for about a half a second until Brian was like, no, not you.
Yeah.
That guy.
Right. I quickly apologized and, was like, oh, no, not you. Like, you're fine, And then we struck up a lovely conversation about Archer. And
I missed probably the first 15 minutes of the conversation because I was fucking dying of laughter at the
Oh,
moment.
yeah, you were, yeah. It was really funny because yeah.
Because it was awesome. It was out of the blue.
Yeah, I just
like, that asshole.
Yeah, we're just sitting there drinking, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, that asshole, like, just for no reason other than I just had enough of his monkey shines.
It was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that really made my afternoon.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome, and that was, that was after I got threatened, wasn't it?
Threatened?
Yeah, by the one server.
Oh, yeah, or whose name I still can't remember.
Yeah, I know her name, but I'm not going to mention it because of the context of this. Oh. Even though I'm joking, she didn't actually threaten me. I don't want to name her because I don't want to potentially get her into trouble or something like
right.
that. But she was holding one of their glasses and, was telling us about how they can break. And when they do that, they're good for stabbing, and I was like, wow, you look pretty comfortable doing that. And then she kind of, she said something like, you want to find out or something like that. And I was like, did you threaten me? And she's like, I have to walk by you a lot. Because, we were sitting at the bar and she did have to walk by me a lot.
She was doing tables.
Yeah, so I was afraid for my life, yet never felt more alive. So
yeah, it was a fine establishment. I enjoy it.
It was pretty
weird. I like the fact that when we walked in, the owner and two bartenders were sipping beer out of different glasses to find out which glass gave you the best, scent.
Yeah.
When you're drinking your beer, since, scent is so much involved with taste.
Yes. Because they were, because the glasses they were using previously, you couldn't get your nose into fully. Right. And for some of the beers, there is you want that release of the florals and stuff in the beer, and you can't get that as much, because you can't fully get your nose into it to smell them. So, it was pretty cool. They were really taking that seriously. Plus, they were tasting them. Because A, delicious beer, and B, because they also were making sure they were trying to see which of the glasses allowed the beers to open up,
right.
And so they, again, they're looking for the best experience they could get.
Which I really appreciate.
I certainly do as well. So,
yeah.
Yep.
Plus, I also have to say, because we got there, maybe half hour, 40 minutes after they opened?
Yeah.
It was nice being the fourth or fifth person to walk in, because it was any time we've ever gone at night.
Yeah.
It's jam-packed in there.
And rightfully so. Yeah.
It was nice when it was just calm and chill.
Yep.
It had a completely different vibe than it normally does.
Yeah, it definitely was cool.
I liked it a lot.
Yep. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And, so we did that for a while, and then we took off and went back to your place, and I, realized I was completely incapable of playing any games.
You were quite on I do believe the kids would say on another planet.
I was. And I actually, I'm really thinking it's, I'm on a new statin drug for cholesterol.
Right.
And it's really, my memory has been really bad on it. You saw me that day, how bad I was braining before we even had a drink. I was not braining.
Spinning in the mud a little.
Yeah, I've been having that a little more frequently, and I'm going to have to talk to my doctor about that, because I don't like that. That's a weird feeling. And I already have issues with my brain anyway, so
Fair enough.
I don't really need help with forgetting things,
Right.
And, I could not process a game that I've played before. We've played that Batman Love Letter game a couple of times at the cabin. I've played it. I understand the concept of the game, and I could not play that game. I could not grasp that game.
Yeah, you were having a hard time.
Oh, geez. As the kids say, I can't even. It was...
Yeah. And then you died in a hail of fake bullets and cashing guns.
I was more than okay with that, and I was like, good. because
everyone's like, shoot, Brian.
I think I pointed the gun at myself, in fact.
I think you did too.
And then I believe I was told I wasn't allowed to do that. And I was like, this is horseshit. So yeah, it just, I was okay with Cards Against Humanity. That one I could handle. So yeah. Of course, I think around then I had pizza stuffing in my, I was stuffing pizza into my face.
Yeah, you were starting to level out a little.
Yeah, I was all right then. So, and by then I had a delicious chill wave also. So, so good.
So good.
So good. Chill wave, double IPA. Can you get chill wave?
An icy wave of refreshment.
Just like Sands Bridges.
We really need to make a Sands Bridges commercial.
Yeah, we do.
Yes. We'll just chalk that. We'll put that in the category of when we go, we really need to.
Horseshit. The horseshit file.
Horseshit.
Yeah.
I have something for the horseshit file.
Oh, excellent.
I mean, we're diverting from our timeline we're doing here.
It's fine. Like we keep to a straight line anyway.
But I did want to put this under the Big Dev horseshit pile.
Okay. Oh, that was low. You turned it down.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
God damn it. I wish I had different, inputs for different things, but whatever. One more time.
Horseshit!
That's a little better.
Yeah.
Have you heard about Cracker Jack's new goddamn hijinks, Brian?
Maybe.
Yeah. Baseball just started. Kids, they love the popcorn, the peanuts, and the Cracker Jacks and all that horse shit.
Right.
Well, if it wasn't that little goddamn sailor on a thing. As of, I don't remember, let's say now, because this happened in, Hakuna Matata or something in the past.
Okay, fair enough.
That the toys inside of Cracker Jacks are going to replace with stickers. These stickers have codes on them.
Yep.
They can be used for mobile games.
Yep.
Hey, go fuck yourself, Cracker Jacks. I want my decoder ring. I want at least a temporary tattoo, you twats.
Yeah.
Piss off.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed. And I don't even eat Cracker Jacks anymore.
Yeah. That's my favorite part about this is that you're getting all butthurt and you don't even eat Cracker Jacks anymore.
You're right. Well, it's like I don't eat breakfast cereals really anymore either. But the fact that you can't get cool shit out of a box of cereal anymore really chaps my ass.
Yeah, and it shouldn't because you don't even... Well, I mean, you still go to the store and try to steal the toys, but,
Well, yeah, I will punch a hole through a box.
Ladies...
Like it's
Wait a minute,
minivan.
Oh man, things got weird.
Yeah.
Kia. Whoa. Yikes.
This fingering just turned into a fatality.
Ouch. Wow. Yeah, that's not a good time for anybody.
No.
Ooh.
For some reason, that really bothered me when I saw it, though, because it's like, I remember as a kid, when you get to the bottom, and sometimes it was usually hot garbage.
Oh, yeah.
But at least it was something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think, because there were times you were hoping that it was not, I can't remember what it was. There was always kind of like, it was this, there were like one or two things that it could be, and there was always one that was like the hottest of garbage, and then the other was like, I think it was the temporary tattoo. I was usually like, I hope it's this, and I hope it's not the other thing. My favorite was
like the miniature Sudoku book or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and then there was like the ones where it was like, oh, you can get a temporary tattoo of a baseball team, and it's like, yeah, there's 32 baseball teams. I'm probably not going to get my team. It's like, couldn't you do a regional one where at least I have a 1 in 2 chance of getting or a 1 in 3 chance of getting my team? Nope. It's like, awesome. I got another New York Mets,
Yeah.
Temporary tattoo. Awesome.
Like, I'll put this in the mail to Prado.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
He's got them all down his leg. It's pretty awesome.
I know, right?
Pretty sweet.
I've seen his sexy pics.
Whoa. They're all sexy, Tony.
Nice.
Yeah,
I don't, like I said, I don't buy the shit anymore, but it's the same with cereals. Because I remember being a kid, like, shit, I got a little goddamn plastic treasure chest in my Captain Crunch that I could put coins in.
I remember.
This is sick as fuck.
I remember those. Yeah.
Right?
Yep. I had a blue one. Yep.
So I you know why I remember that, honestly?
No.
Is because I got it and I pulled out a thing. It was like in 2 pieces.
Yeah.
And I was pretty young.
Yeah.
And I just looked at it and then the little plastic bag goes in and my whole family's in the kitchen. I just went, what the hell is this? And then it just kind of got like quiet because I was too young to be even just saying hell.
Right.
Which is odd because, we tell our kids, like, if you want to cuss, go ahead. Just don't cuss at us.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny now I think about it, but.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think you surprised anyone.
Or maybe I said, what is this shit? It could have been either way. I don't know.
That's fair, though. I mean, salty
But
language.
either way, it was a toy. It wasn't a code.
I wonder if they did the same thing. Like, part of the reason they quit in the cereals was because of parent advocacy groups. Because, kids see the toys in the cereal boxes of the sugary cereals, and then the kids want the sugary cereals to get the cool toy, and then the parents got to tell the kid no, and and it was like, yeah, my mom never had a hard time going, nope, we're not buying that cereal.
You have to be a parent? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You have to, those little spawn things that you shot out of your vagina.
I didn't do that.
No?
No.
It hurts, Brian. It hurts a lot.
Wait a minute. I've had anatomy classes, and I don't think you should have a vagina, sir. I don't think that's how it works.
You should see my basement. So many mason jars.
Okay. Boy.
I don't know.
What?
Like I said, I can't explain why it bothered me, but it's probably because it's my childhood slowly dying.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. That's what getting old is, sir.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on from shitball Cracker Jacks.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see, where are we at?
We're back on game night.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to bring up from game night?
Oh my God, Brian, we have to bring up the Tsar.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's where I was kind of going with it. I forgot.
Yeah. Before game night, if you follow me on the old Snapchats, you would have saw my Snapchat story I made about Baltica.
Yeah. Or if you follow us on Instagram at Salty Language, you would see my write-up of the Baltica about us drinking it, because I put a nice, delicious write-up about it.
Or if you follow my wife on Periscope, which you better not, I'm watching you. She Periscoped us drinking the Baltica.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh boy, it was something.
And I'm glad you guys finally got to join me in the savagery that is Baltica.
Yeah, it was.
It's like we're brothers now.
Yeah, it was
Baltica Brothers.
Yeah,
which is awesome tag team name.
The Baltica Brothers.
The Baltica Brothers.
Yeah, it sounds like something from the 80s, and we would obviously be
Stalingrad.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's where it's brewed.
Yeah, we'd have like the worst Russian accents, and Nikolai Volkov would come out with us, and
yeah, he'd be our manager. Yeah.
Actually, it'd be in the 90s, because in the 80s he was wrestling, so then
right,
yeah, or something like that. Yeah, or we would just have some guy in like a coat drinking vodka coming out with horrible stereotypes, throwing ruples at the crowd or whatever.
Yes. Finishing move, Baltica driver.
Oh man.
Or Baltica bomb.
Oh, it's a Baltica bomb, and then we just pour Baltica in their mouth.
Yes, exactly.
Or we pour it in our mouth and just spit it on them. That's the finishing move. One of us does that while the other one karate kicks him.
Just a karate kick?
Yeah. I don't. It can't be a karate kick though. I don't know what. Is there a Russian fighting style? There has to be, right?
Yeah, I think it's called vodka style.
So drunk.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll spit the Baltica at him, and you do a spinning kick. Drunk spinning kick, of course.
Drunk, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can't say Kia, though, because that's not really Russian.
I'll have to say something like borscht.
Wow, borscht.
I don't know. Yeah, borscht, and they go take a wrestling boot upside the head.
Naturally. Yeah. Right. And then 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
It's over, Johnny.
All right, fair enough.
It's over, Pavel.
Pavel, oh boy. I like this idea. Yeah. All right.
Anywho, back to the Baltica.
Yeah.
So I chilled a large Baltica that I've had on reserve since, I've been cellaring it since C2.
Cold aging it.
Yeah, cold aging it.
Now, how large are we talking? 52 ounces?
52 ounces of sweet, sweet, delicious Russian goodness.
That's the Sara beers.
Sara beers.
Mm-hmm.
We got all royal up in this bitch.
Oh, no, we didn't. We actually, I looked it up. Like I said, we committed Sarazide.
Yes.
Sarazide?
Yeah. I thought about bringing out my sword and sabering the cork off until I realized it's in a plastic bottle with a twist off. So there's no need to sabering.
I disagree. I think we should have sabered that bottle. That would have been awesome.
You're probably right.
I also think Shot of History should do an episode about us and the Sarazide of Baltica.
I also agree. But yeah, I convinced you guys all to join me in some Baltica and our pal Squirrel.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I have to say, I think everyone really enjoyed it.
Yeah, certainly. We all did. I mean, there wasn't a drop left.
There was not. We killed all 52 ounces. Mm-hmm. Everyone seemed to get a real kick out of it.
From Borscht.
Borscht. Wrestling boot. 1, 2, 3.
Oof.
So all I want to see is a picture of somebody's face getting kicked by a wrestling boot, just as Borscht above it.
like old Batman TV show. Just a Borscht. I like this idea.
With just no context except for our, just saltylanguage.com on the back.
That's smart. I like that's our new t-shirt.
Yeah, Borscht.
That'd be easy enough to do, really.
I mean, writing this shit down.
Can it be in 8-bit style? That'd be pretty hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get some of those Polygon No Mercy faces.
Yes. Oh, so good. Smart. I like this. Yeah, that was, oh boy. Yeah, it's
not good.
No, it's not.
I'm not breaking new ground here. No, it's not good.
It's not. It is not.
Yeah, and I still have a hard time believing I drank a whole bottle of those like a year and a half ago or something.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why you did that.
Clearly, I have a mutant power of sometime.
Yeah.
It's still affecting me. It's Chernobyl in my brain.
Yeah, it's weird because I didn't know raccoons and, were wintry type of creatures. So, apparently.
We're everywhere. Right? We're everywhere.
I guess. Oof. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, someone said it kind of tastes a little like apple-y, which are right. It has an odd sweetness to it.
It does, yeah.
I'm guessing it's antifreeze.
That's probably a good idea, though. I mean, a little Baltica, so you don't, die while you're waiting in line for bread.
Right. Blue
jeans. Counterfeit blue jeans. I actually have a story from last night about that, but I'll get to that.
All right, excellent.
Yeah. Actually, I may not. So there's so many things that I want to tell, but I'll probably forget most of. So, yeah.
Well, we should move on then, away from Baltica.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, how was the rest of your week?
It was pretty, I don't know, pretty, I mean, I entered, I'm having a hard time braining myself.
Right.
Apparently, I'm on something as well.
You need more Baltica.
I clearly do.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't.
More chill wave?
That I for sure need. Yeah. So, there's one thing that you might not know about my wife and I is we're stubborn as fuck. I'm sure you know.
Wait, what?
I know.
Hold on. Wait, next thing you're going to do is tell me that there's you're loud or something.
Yeah, well, not just only me when I'm drinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But so we're both very stubborn people. And a while ago I bought this game. It was like this panda game. It's called Takanoko.
Right. Is this the one where you guys wear panda suits and I told you I didn't want to hear any more about it?
No, that's we call that panda bondage.
Okay, fair enough.
That's an entirely different game.
Okay.
But no, it's Takanoko, and it's basically about panda. It involves pandas, gardeners, and the emperor's garden.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a fun strategic game, and I saw the tabletop. I'm like, it's a cool game. And Leah loves fucking pandas.
That's probably some bad freezing. By the way, that's a sound drop. You really, I need to get my own soundboard. Anyway.
You might have to.
Yeah.
So This is, I don't know, probably a year or so ago.
Okay.
And I'm at Barnes & Noble's, and they have Takenoko.
Mm-hmm.
And I send Jeannie a text. I'm like, hey, they got this game.
I'm not going to lie. Takenoko sounds delicious. Like, from now on, Takenoko, Panda Tacos.
Ooh, delish.
Right. Takenoko Tuesdays.
The Takenoko Tuesdays.
Tasty. Anyway.
If you're not going to breed, you're going to become taco meat. But
those are going to be expensive tacos.
So, yeah, I sent her a thing like, hey, I'm thinking about getting this game. And she's like, well, I'd rather watch the tabletop video about it first.
Yeah.
And, she wasn't there. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to buy the game anyway.
Yeah, that sounds about like you. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So it became a point of contention between us to the point where she's like, I'm not going to play this game. I'm like, it's a great game. It's a 4-person game. It's really fun. You should play it. No. She's like, I'll never play that game. Well, she came up with a contingency that she would actually play the game. Probably because she thought I would not do this.
Okay.
She said, if I read all 7 Harry Potter books.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay.
So, Brian, I'm about 3/4 away for the first book. I'm learning about Quidditch and unicorn hairs and Hufflepuffs and Gryffindors and troll fingerings and whatever else.
Wait. Okay, so I'm not going to lie. I kind of want the Tony review of Harry Potter books. I'm not going to read them because I've watched the movies enough times against my will, and I have zero interest in the books or anything or anyone even discussing them generally. But I want to hear your reviews of these, preferably if you were drunk. But
this can be a segment. When I'm done,
yeah,
we'll do a review.
Okay, like I said, I'm not going to read them too. I just want you to, and it's not even
fine.
like
you should read them,
right?
Because
it's not even you trying to convince me. Yeah,
it's to get her to play this game
for sure. Yeah. And it's not even like you're trying to convince me to read them or anything. It's just, I just want your reviews of these books because I want to hear more about the troll fingering.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, you got to get to the sexy parts.
Yeah, now I'm in.
Yeah. So I'm like I said, I'm reading Harry Potter. Something I said I would never do.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very surprised.
This game is such a great game that I'm taking a step down from my stubborn pillar of goodness, and throwing myself into the sea of.
Well, it depends on how you want to look at that, because you're actually kind of doubling down on your stubbornness. You're so stubborn that she has to play this game.
Oh, I like this.
That you're actually willing to do horrible things like read a Harry Potter series.
Yes.
Yeah. It goes against everything we stand for. And I'm going to have to read the parchments to make sure we're still friends. I think you're okay, but well, I mean, they were written
old leather-bound book.
Yeah, I mean, they were written years ago. They're probably on papyrus.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever transferred them to anything digital.
Sumerian tablets.
Yeah. I'll have to get the Rosetta Stone out to read them.
Yeah.
The Rosetta Stone is just a brick. Doesn't really help.
No.
Oh man! All right, that certainly caught me.
I got that going for me.
That caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie. I did not see that coming.
Right? See?
All right.
I'm just gonna bring up the couple things I have because you got.
I am not gonna lie. This show is going to. We're redefining who we are this week, my friend. Like this show is. We're like shifting paradigms with this episode.
Right.
This is weird. All right.
It is weird.
Yeah.
So I got that.
Yeah.
Today I was driving up Sylvania Avenue, which is super local for people. Sorry.
Woo, Sylvania, shout out.
And I drove by the building that used to have Kingpin in it, Brian. You remember Kingpin?
Oh, for sure. I remember Kingpin with its like 12 lanes or whatever it was. Yeah.
It's like 5.
Yeah. It was a really small bowling alley. Yeah.
So let me paint the picture for the listening audience. Kingpin was where I used to live, a bowling alley that my dad used to go to when he was a kid. It was in the basement of this building.
Yeah.
And it was like a full bar down there, jukebox lanes. I had a birthday party there, Leonardo cake. I was fucking killing it.
I remember that. I was actually going to bring up the Leonardo cake.
It was the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I drove by the building, had a big For Lease in front of it, and the Kingpin sign's been gone, long gone.
Okay.
But all I could think was, how cool would it be to buy that fucking building? And just like, because there's no parking there. So you take the first floor and you make it a garage.
Oh, okay.
Second floor is like a domicile, and then you have a bowling alley and a full bar in the basement.
Okay, where are we putting the podcast studio?
That'd be in the basement.
No,
I'm sorry. It'd be in the first floor of the garage.
Okay, because I was saying you can't have it where the bowling alley is.
Yeah, no.
It's
It'd be
too
the first floor.
Okay.
Because that was my only thing. I was like, there's no parking. I'm like, you could put an overhead door in front of the building, knock down the curb, because fuck that curb.
Couldn't you park around back? Isn't that where you parked at the place?
I don't think there was parking around back.
I could have swore that's where you parked.
I could be completely wrong, but I don't remember it.
Anyway, whatever. No one gives a shit. But all right.
No one gives a shit. But all I could think was how cool it would be to buy it. And I know that building's in ill repair.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
To buy it and like pimp it out into a nice loft upstairs, and you have like 5 bowling alleys and a bar in the basement.
I don't even want to run a business out of it. I just want it closed to the public.
Not even. I'm not talking about running a business. Just to have
it. Like maybe we can have our friends come to the bar, but otherwise, we'll sell beers to friends. But
granted, it's in a dog shit neighborhood.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah.
But I just thought it would be such a great thing, because I would love to go in a building just to look, to see if those alleys are still down there.
You should write this down. You should look just for giggles, just to see what it goes for. Like what they're looking for price. Well, it says for lease, not for sale, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm not that we have any money to buy buildings. I'm just curious. No, we can't,
But I would just love to get in there and look around.
Yeah. That'd be really interesting.
It would be a shame if you went down there and all that bowling shit was ripped up and gone.
It wouldn't shock me if it is, though.
It wouldn't shock me either, but it would be a damn shame.
You're right, though. That would be so awesome to do. I would love to be able to do something like that. Again, though, it's not a great neighborhood. But
no, it's a terrible neighborhood. But every time I drive by there, I always think of Kingpin. And when I saw that sign, I was like, God, if that stuff was in the basement still, that would be a most excellent pad.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be all for it because, I haven't bowled in a few years, but you know how much I enjoy the bowling.
Yeah, exactly.
I also enjoy the bars. So
well, yeah. Actually, if I remember, it had a full length bar.
Yeah,
down
it did.
There.
Yeah, from what I remember, it's been It's been. I went there maybe twice after that birthday party of yours, but
yeah, it's been forever since I've been there.
I think each time I went there was when your dad took us, because your dad lived right around there.
We were
so
like a block away.
Your dad would just take us down there, and
because he knew the guy that owned the place or whatever.
And usually it was just us in there.
Yeah.
I think that was why it was probably so cool to us, is it was like, dude, we have the run of the place. Like, even though it was
our bowling alley, bitches.
Yeah, pretty much. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wish we had some. I don't even know if we can find any pictures to post, because
I doubt it.
Probably not. I'll write it down.
I've got a box of old pictures, but I don't think I don't know.
Yeah, but
I was middle child. No one took
old porn's not gonna help here.
Old porn. I got these old Anna Nicole Smiths when she was hot.
Nice. Well, you didn't even go as old as I thought you were going to go. I figured with you, you'd go to some weird old timey stuff, like from old Peep Show stuff or something.
I got some of these nude Betty Boops.
She's showing some real ankle. A couple of these, there's like some calf.
Hey, cha.
And I don't mean legs. I mean like a cow.
But so the last one I got to talk about. I'm so not braining.
You're fine.
Is it's a music one, which I think will help lead into your shit.
Oh, maybe it will.
I was listening to Joe Rogan, like I said earlier.
Yeah,
and he had on this country artist.
Okay,
and it's one. I'm not a huge country guy, but I do like the old school outlaw country.
Mm-hmm.
I can listen to that. But it's Wheeler Walker Jr. It's actually a stand-up comedian called Ben Hoffman. This is like his alter ego.
Okay, I feel like I've heard of Ben Hoffman. Okay.
Yeah, he used to have a show on Comedy Central. But he put out an album as Wheeler Walker Jr.
Okay.
Right? And it hit like number 8 on the Billboard country charts. And it's just a filthy country album in the vein of outlaw country.
Okay.
So I listened to it on Spotify, and it's actually not bad. And it's got tracks like Eating Pussy and Kicking Ass.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you're into like old school, like Johnny Cash and old, like Chris Christopherson and shit like that, and you like some entertaining tracks, I would definitely check out Wheeler Walker Jr. It's his album's called Redneck Shit.
That's a good name for an album.
It is.
Yeah.
I was just like, and the interview was funny because the guy's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then they played a couple of his tracks, and I'm like, okay, now I gotta see if I can't find this stuff.
Right.
And yeah, the whole, eating pussy and kicking ass, it really made me laugh.
Right. Oh man. Now, was it put out as a comedy album, or did he put it out like as a legit country album?
He put it as a legit country album because from what he said, and I know it's a work,
right?
Because he's not Taylor Walker, so I don't know how much is legit from what he said.
Yeah,
but he said he went to Nashville to record, and fuck it, I'll just give it away. The eating pussy and kicking ass.
Yeah,
there's a whole lyrical part where he talks about taking a woman home from the bar and finding out she has a dick.
Yeah, so
He sucked his dick and then kicked his ass.
Right.
It's like sucking dick and kicking ass.
Right.
And the whole time he's singing it, the drummer is sings back up. And then that's the last part of the song. And then you hear one of the studio musicians just yell, "Don't put my name on this track." So he just said he just kind of showed up and pissed off a bunch of people. And he just talked shit about country people because he doesn't agree with the pop country.
Right.
He calls pop country, he calls it, it's hip hop for people that are afraid of hip hop. Which I was like, wow, he's kind of right.
Oh, wow. I may have to listen to this episode just because I want to hear this guy talk about this kind of stuff. That's a good time. Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I love when comedians can do this kind of stuff and get away with it, where they can kind of infiltrate something basically and kind of tear it down. And then, but, it's why I've, God, what was his show on Comedy Central? Do you remember the name of it?
I got an article pulled up. It's The Ben Show.
Oh, okay. That's not what I was thinking. Never mind. Okay. I don't remember that then. All right. Fair enough. It's not what I thought of, but that's okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much my. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I got one more thing I didn't write down, but I just thought about it.
Jeez. All right.
Last thing, my wife's in social work. If no one knows, that's what she does, and she helps out people with mental problems and whatnot.
Sure. And
she calls me, not in a panic, but just upset.
Sure.
She's like, I went to this guy's house, and he just basically just had the TV on the whole time and just didn't really, yelled at her basically because she wasn't helping all that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that was a different guy. I'm sorry. I get a lot of these calls. But so she's trying to help this guy, and he was barely paying attention to her. And she finds out oh, have you, and this is what she's telling me. She's like, oh, I asked him, have you ever been to prison? And the guy's like, yeah. She's like, what for? He's like, oh, rape. Now, mind you, she's there by herself.
Fine.
Which puts me, and I told, she said, if I get in this job, this is stuff I'm probably going to encounter.
Yeah.
Are you fine with it? I'm like, I'm going to have to be.
Yeah.
So I kept my cool on the phone, but it's not something I'm super awesome with.
Right, sure.
Because, and she did say that her boss, took her off the case,
Yeah.
Which is cool, but I don't know. It's probably just the protective man guy in me.
It is. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I know she can take care of herself.
Yeah. But it's still, yeah, right. Yeah. I can understand that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really tough thing, though, because that job is gonna, I'm sure it's part of that job. You're going to be around people who,
problems sometimes.
Have problems and stuff
so
like
it's it puts me in a weird spot because I'm kind of that person.
Yeah,
there's not much. It's like to put it in a podcast parallel.
Ooh.
If you go back however long ago it was with Annalise and her cheese knife incident with the weird man side of the road.
Yeah.
And that was before, because, we've become pretty good friends with them.
Mm.
That was before we were at that point. I even sent her a thing what are you doing?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just, I guess how I'm wired. I don't know.
Yeah. And it is because it's really tough because, because you want to protect people. You don't want them in a position, especially when you hear like that. Yeah. It's well, you don't want somebody that you care about in a room with somebody who's a
Yeah.
A former rapist.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, I don't like this scenario.
So, yeah, put me in a kind of a weird spot, but,
Sure.
what are you going to do?
Yeah.
That's such a life, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kia, karate kicks for rapists.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I think you'd have a good time getting support for that.
I think so, too. It'll be my new foundation.
Right. A Kickstarter, if you will.
Ooh. Karate Kickstarter?
Ah!
Website I need.
All right, I'm writing that down. That might be the show title. It's pretty good.
Karate Kickstarter.
All one word? No, probably not.
Imagine it. If you could, raise funds to have somebody just karate kick something. Like, if you need I need to think who's a prominent karate kicker right now.
I don't know.
I'm kind of out of like John Jones. If you could raise money, have John Jones go wheel kick somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Karate Kickstarter. I love it.
You wouldn't necessarily have to pay him in money.
Well, that's true.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
I don't want to talk bad about him. He's a bad man. Okay,
Shut
so
I'm just talking about John Jones.
One of the random other things I have before I get into my week here kind of thing.
Your week
was I saw this on the old Facebooks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, this isn't a bad thing, I don't think. And I'm going to need the
book.
One of the things that happened when you had the folks over at your place for game night.
I know exactly what you're talking about, Brian.
Oh, yeah, I bet you do. It's a little sound drop.
Yeah. Just let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
You mean, what the fuck?
Nothing, I guess. All right.
You mean Nook shit in the bed? Is that what you mean?
The sounds of silence, apparently.
Should have played this.
Yeah.
Fucking Nook. You mean
all day?
Yeah, that's right.
Overmodulated all day?
Yeah, buddy. I don't know if you saw this because I know you follow founders on different stuff, but on their Facebook page, they had a recipe for an all-day IPA cheese soup.
What?
Yeah. I'm not going to go through the whole recipe, but it actually one of the things, another thing included is their Dirty Bastard Stone Ground Mustard.
I bought that for tea.
I know, convenient, eh? It's already paying dividends.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I saw that and I was like, ooh, because we've talked various times about the whole, like beer cheese soup and such, and now we're talking about one that's made from
all day.
Now,
yeah,
is it cheddar? Is that? I just need to know the cheese.
Let me find it here. Where'd it go? 5 ounces sharp cheddar cheese, grated 5 ounces smoked Gouda.
That sounds like a Gouda soup.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But anyways, boom, I got the recipe ration, and cool. It'll be in the show notes.
Beauty. We'll put that on the website, which you can look at.
All day.
Now we just got to get a crisper file of that.
Yeah. No, here's a producing tip for you kids out there.
Tony's peeling back the curtain. And he doesn't have a towel on.
Don't record sound drops such as
all day.
When you've been drinking Baltica and you really aren't paying attention to your levels.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Wait, your levels of Baltica or?
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, when I saw that, I was like, ooh, we should talk about that for a quick minute. One other thing I wanted to bring up. Did you see on 420, which I'm sure all of us celebrated, man. Anyway.
Right.
Did you see the Bob Marley filter?
I put it on some dude's head in my newspaper.
Okay, so on Snapchat, Tony and I have talked before where they like to put up filters all the time, and most of the time I'm like, because that means everybody's gonna use all of them.
Yes.
Well, on 420 they put up a Bob Marley one, which a lot of people were like, Bob Marley meant more than just marijuana, so maybe this is kind of shitty. My first thought was, you're allowing people to blackface.
I didn't even think of that.
And apparently I'm not the only one who thought this, because this article that I found afterwards, because I'm like, I can't be the only one who thought this, because social justice,
Yes.
warriors. But I immediately was like, there's no way in hell I would put this on my face because of this. And yeah, there were quite a few people who were, like, blackface, maybe not such a good idea.
I admit I was more weirded out by it.
Yeah.
Because I like to peruse the filters, because I don't always send them out.
Yeah.
But I'll usually fuck with them and like show my kids, and they get a kick out of them and all that.
Yeah.
But the Bob Marley one, I was expecting it to like put like, the Bob Marley Rastafari headgear and the dreads and stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting the Bob Marley face to appear.
Yeah, and if it had just done the dreads and whatnot, I'd be like, whatever. Even the marijuana argument still holds in that people are like, he kind of did mean more to people than just smoking weed and dreads, and I was like, yeah, there is that. He really did, but yeah, I was just kind of laughed because I was like, I can't believe that someone at Snapchat didn't go, guys, maybe we shouldn't put out the blackface.
They're just too busy celebrating 420.
Yeah, probably.
I do have to say, since we're talking Snapchat filters,
yeah.
the filter win for the day on that one was the Comedy Central time traveling bong.
Yeah.
Because that was actually pretty fantastic.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. I agree. Those ones, I saw different people. Again, most of them were just people going, hey, look, it's a new filter. But they were still, I did appreciate the filter at least.
Yeah.
So, happy late 420 to everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to get into the other parts of my week.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So, earlier in the week, started a new antidepressant, and I'm like, wow, I have all this energy. And
It was meth.
It was meth. No. I'm like, I'm taking this new medicine. It's really blue, and I don't know. No.
I smoke it. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah. This guy keeps knocking on my door and yelling about how he's the one who knocks. I had all this energy, and I looked up online about, kind of the whole like energy thing and, side effects of the medicine and all this. And one of the first things that pops up is that sometimes people have like bouts of mania with the medicine. And I was like, huh. And then I remembered that on the effects order that I took, which I was taking pretty much around the time we first started this podcast, that I had a similar kind of reaction, that I had a bunch of energy.
Now, can I just clarify one thing?
Butter?
When you
yes.
say delicious with some lobster,
yeah.
I'm in.
All right.
When you say mania, do you mean
no,
like
sir.
mania?
No. I mean Hulkamania, brother, ripping my shirt up. No, anyway. No, it's, like mania, like, along the lines of what someone like that's bipolar would suffer from. And right now I'm only getting the good side of it, which is just a bunch of energy. I'm not getting the other, like I'm not making questionable decisions and whatnot. But which is good. But then I found out that it could be actually just what the medicine might actually do for me, which might be that it just kind of lifts the depression a little bit and actually allows me to have energy again. So,
that would be nice.
Yeah. And they, my psychiatrist was like, don't get your hopes too up because, it's only been a few days. It hasn't been, you will have to wait a little while to see, because sometimes it kind of levels off and it's not this kind of energy level, but some people have had this kind of reaction. So I was like, I can live with that. Like, I would like to have energy again. It would be nice to not wake up and, sit on the edge of the bed and go, and have to almost like feel like you're throwing yourself out of bed, kind of a thing. So that would be pretty awesome.
Well, if this is the case, I demand you put on leg warmers and just constantly have, flash dance in a loop.
Well, I do that anyway, though. I mean,
oh, well, all right.
I mean, well, when I listen to like Graphic Novice, because that's how I get jazzed,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You have to.
Right. Because you got to get jazzed for stuff.
Fuck yeah.
All right, so there was that. So that's pretty, that made me pretty, I don't know if I'd say excited, but certainly, makes me
Step in the right direction.
Yeah, right? Like maybe a little optimistic. Again, cautiously optimistic, if you will, because, I don't want to get my hopes too far up because, it's too early to do that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But yeah. So it's been kind of cool though, because I'm noticing a little more that like when I'm doing stuff that I'm not having like the anxiety as much. I'm just kind of doing stuff.
That's good.
Yeah. And, like in different stuff, like when like yesterday, I went to see a band called the Thermals, and the opening band was called Summer Cannibals. And I'll get into that in a minute. But our friend Jeremy texted me at 7:00 asking for my address, and I sent it to him, and he goes, okay, cool, see you at 8. And I'm like, when's the concert? Because I'm thinking for some reason next week. And he was like, tonight. And I was like, oh, totally not ready for it. I was not ready to go, and I was like, oh, and normally my anxiety would have just rocketed through the ceiling and stuff, and I was just like, okay, I just went and got ready and was kind of pretty much ready to go. Now I went to therapy earlier in the day, so maybe there was, a
little residual.
Yeah, so maybe I was okay with that, but so that was interesting to me that I didn't immediately go, oh gee, oh good, It took for a little callback
going off.
Yeah. Running around the house for an hour,
flashing red lights.
Yeah. He shows up, I'm still doing it. He's like, what are you doing, man? Just put your shoes on, you're ready to go. But yeah, it was, and again, I run into a situation where we're going to a place that place was a small venue. It holds 400 people. So I don't know how packed it's going to be. And if it's fairly close to capacity, it's going to be like, oh boy, cause, at 400 people, even though it's not a lot of people at close proximity,
it's enough.
Yeah. So it's like, oh man, but we got up there and, it was weird. We thought we were running late. We got up there and there was like nobody in the bar yet, like in this venue. And we're like looking around kind of like we know we're in the right place because they scanned our tickets when we got there. So we're like, all right, so we went and got some money, got some beers, and then we start hearing, some guitars getting fired up, and we're like, oh, okay, and the first band started up, and that was the Summer Cannibals, and they're a punk band from Portland, and it's there's a dude on drums, and the rest of the band, there's three women, or the rest of the band, and holy Jesus, did they shred.
Really?
They were awesome. And,
nice.
Yeah. And I mean, like they started playing and me and Jeremy looked at each other and then they went up another level with their guitar and we looked at each other and we were like, nice, kind of like, all right, we see you, right. We see, and they were awesome. They played for about an hour. And they just kicked our asses. They were awesome. They were really good. And then the lead singer guitarist of Summer Cannibals played with the Thermals. Like she was on stage with them too. So, we got to see her play guitar even more, which was a treat because she was a fucking really good guitar player. She's just, like I said, she was just shredding the whole time. And like Jeremy pointed out, there's a Nirvana sound to her, and I'm not comparing her band wise to them, but the sound of her guitar has a very, Nirvana sound to it. But yeah, I was really, really digging them. So, I haven't had a chance to, grab their stuff, but I was like, oh wait, they're on Spotify. So,
oh, well, perfect. There you go.
I'll probably be binge listening to them on Spotify until I can pick up some of their stuff.
Acquire some goodness.
Yeah. So, you know, if anyone's looking for a punk, and, you know, if you dig the punk music, they were a pretty awesome band. I mean,
well, we still need to make our salty language Spotify beer drinking hell raising playlist.
I'll tell you this too. The dude playing drums, those drums must have stolen something from him or said something bad about his mama, because he was beating those drums to the point that he busted a drum head.
Wow.
And
that's some aggressive drumming.
Had to change it in the middle of a song. And, you know, and it was, you know, but man, he was just, everything he had was going into playing drums. You know, like, he was not just the guy like, oh yeah, I'm the drummer. He was like, you know, he was,
yay, drum.
Dude, he was crushing it playing drums. And, you know, we were definitely entertained by what he was doing. You know, everybody in that band was like really giving what they had. They were pretty awesome though. So
nice.
I recommended them, you know, whatever. But, yeah, it was kind of cool because the lead singer jumps out into the crowd at one point, and she pulls down the mic stand, and you know, so she can stand in the crowd a little bit and still sing. And when she gets to go back up onto the stage, the microphone kind of fell out of the mic stand, and she's just kind of like meh, and just starts fucking shredding on her guitar instead. And, you know, so it turned into like a jam session for a couple minutes until she picked the mic back up.
Oh, that's
you know,
cool.
Yeah, and I was like, you know, and I was like, you know, you love
jamming.
Yeah, like whatever. This is the rock and roll musics. So
exactly,
that's what's supposed to happen.
And the roll.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, and then you know, the Thermals took the stage, and I had never seen them before. You know, I've listened to their stuff. Like, I jumped on Spotify and listened to some of their stuff. And it was weird, though. Jeremy pointed this out to me, and I kind of picked it up a little bit, too, which was, I don't know if they did this because the girl's name was Jessica from the other band. I don't know if they did it because she was playing with them or if it was the acoustics in the place or what. But Hutch is the lead guy in the Thermals. It was a little tough to hear his vocal and his guitar. And we don't know, like, maybe they turned his guitar down because she was playing so you could hear her guitar better. Or we don't, like, if they made that choice or if it was just something. But it was a little tough to hear. They were still good. Like, it was still, like, I enjoyed myself and stuff. But it was a little weird to hear, you know. And, like, Jeremy was a little disappointed by that, you know, because it's such an intimate setting. He was like, I was really kind of hoping for this. And, you know, I didn't quite get what I was hoping for, but he's like, it was still cool. It just wasn't, you know. And I was like, yeah, it was a pretty awesome time. You know, I walked out, had a little ringing in my ears, got to see some fucking loud music being played.
That's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for the soul.
It is. Get that lethargic. I came out going, I want a fucking guitar. I want to fucking play guitar. I want to smash things and yell out loud. And so, yeah. Like I told you before, before we recorded, I'm like, every time I leave one of these shows, I'm always like, why have I had guitars and sold them and not learned how to play? You know, like every time I'm like, I was like, one of these days I need to just get a damn guitar and commit to the thing and learn to play, because it's something I've always wanted to do. And I don't know why. I just don't see it through, you know?
Right.
So one of these days, probably not. I'll just do the same thing over and over.
Well, we got to get Manjalili going.
I know.
Yeah.
Someday,
Brian.
All right. So now that's kind of my recap of the show. So there's various things that happen through the night, like just that I kind of want to just point out, just some stuff that kind of made me laugh. Like at one point I talked about how I'm going to start wearing tearaway jeans. And they're not actually tearaway jeans. I'm just going to start tearing off my jeans.
That makes sense.
Right, because that's how I'm going to impress the ladies, is that I'm so strong I can just tear off my jeans. Or I'm going to just start wearing such horrible counterfeit jeans that they can easily be torn off.
Right, Baltica jeans.
Right, Baltica. Wait, no. Maybe they'll have
Jean Ticas?
No. Jean Ticas. That just sounds like a terrible idea.
Ballines?
That sounds weird.
Yeah, that sounds like a disorder.
Ballines, yeah.
I'm sorry, you have a case of the ballines.
How serious is it? Oh, it's bad.
It's a bad case.
It's really
You don't
bad.
know us, but you're standing at a 45-degree angle. No!
I can't even tell. Which way? Oof. Yeah, so after the show was over, we went outside the bar. You know, we're just standing there kind of deciding what we're going to do. And both bands had their trucks like right out front, you know? And so the one closest to us was Summer Cannibals, you know, and they're pulling all their gear out to, you know, load their van. And, you know, me and Jeremy were kind of having the conversation that we're standing there watching these, you know, these young ladies load their van up, and we're both kind of like, you know, we kind of feel like assholes not offering to help them load their van. But at the same time, it's weird, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not our job. And if it was me, I probably wouldn't want some random assholes handling my gear. And I say that in any way you want to take it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
So
like,
I would have felt the same way standing. Like, I should see if they need any help.
Right, but at the same time, like,
But at the same time,
don't touch my
that's
guitar.
their shit.
Yeah, don't touch my guitar.
That's their shit.
Yeah, and they really didn't have much to carry. Like, they had it really well handled. Like, it was pretty quick. But it was like we were standing there, and we were both like, I kind of feel weird, but then we were like, not that weird, because neither of us said anything.
Fuck it.
Yeah, so while we're standing outside, we're looking down, and about 2 buildings down is another bar, right? At this bar, there's all these people filing out around the same time. And all these women that are coming out, girls, they're not women. They're like really young girls, 18 to 20, but they're probably not 18. They're probably like, you know, drinking age, but right about that age.
Right.
And they're in the shortest skirts, shorts, dresses possible. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they're all super, super tight outfits. A bunch of the guys are in like full on suits, and the guys are equally as young. It's not like they're older guys or something. They're like roughly the same age. And we're standing there trying to figure out what the hell could have been going on. Why are the guys in suits and the girls are dressed like, not in like nice dresses or gowns or anything like that. It didn't look like they came from anything formal. You know what I mean? It's like, but why are the guys in suits and the girls are dressed like they were just on the corner?
Sounds like an eyes wide shut sex party to me.
Yeah, maybe. It was weird. Like, we couldn't figure that one out. Like, as we were watching people come out of the place, like, there was a lot of it. You know, and
that is interesting.
Listen, women can wear whatever the hell they want to wear. I'm not judging that. It was just really odd, the pairing, you know?
Right.
Because normally if a guy's dressed like that, usually the women will be in more of a formal kind of a dress or something like that. They want
here's my pussy dress.
Yeah, and some were, I mean, if they pulled the dress down, they'd probably still be showing it, you know?
Right, exactly.
And so I was like, huh. Like, we were very puzzled by this. You know, just observing it. We were both just too lazy to walk down there and ask. Because, I mean, I was all the way down there. It was like two buildings away. I mean, you know? I mean, God, were we savages?
For sure.
Clearly we were. We didn't ask, you know, ladies if we could help them load equipment into a van. So, you know. What are you going to do,
it's on them.
Yeah. Not really.
Don't they have roadies for that?
No, actually they didn't. It was them, and it was the band loading it.
They probably do that at every gig.
I'm sure they do. I mean, it's part of being in a band. I don't care what your gender is. That's part of being in a band is you're throwing your stuff in there. I mean, we could have asked whatever. They probably would have been like, yeah, no, thanks,
Like, nah.
Because seriously, if I'm in a band, I probably wouldn't want anyone handling any of my stuff because that stuff's expensive. Yeah. And if you wreck it, I have to replace it because we have a show tomorrow night because they're playing Cleveland today. Plus,
who knows if you're like on crank and they turn around to grab something else, you go running down the road.
Exactly.
Or
right.
Something.
Yeah, that was the other side of it too. I mean, it was just sitting on the ground. We could have just done that anyway, but I mean, the one guitar was sitting close enough. Jeremy probably could have grabbed it and just ran, but or maybe they know some crazy fight styles and they're fast.
They probably are wily and fast.
That would have been awesome.
Like mongoose.
That would have been kind of cool. One of them just, jumps on his back and, rear naked chokes him or something, I'm like, huh.
Oh, God, brutal.
And I'm like, huh, I didn't see that coming. Good story.
Just throws him in a crucifix, just starts raining elbows on him.
Oh, brutal. Like, come on, he's our ride home.
Like, Jesus.
He should have thought
save his eyes.
Yeah, she's like, he should have thought about that. Wham, wham.
Yeah, just raining elbows of death.
Yeah, I was gonna say for those who can't see me right now, I'm motioning like raining elbows down. There was a guy inside the concert, like through the show, that he was in there with two other guys. Every time he went to talk to them, whether it was one or both of them, he had to put his arms around them.
Oh, he's trying to get that threesome going.
Maybe. Like, if he's standing next to the one guy and he went to talk to him, he had to put his arm around him. And if it was the two of them, it was like huddling up. It was like every time. It wasn't just once in a while. It was every time he did it.
What you didn't see is when he put his arm around him, he'd whisper in your ear, he'd be like, so how about some of that dick? They'd be like, no, Brad, get away.
Seriously, how many times do we have to say no?
And they'd be like, get them both, be like, come on, guys. Let's
like,
go touch dicks.
Like,
Brad,
guys,
Jesus.
guys. Come on.
Like, Brad, fuck you.
Like, no, Brad.
Come on.
Stop it, Brad. Yeah, there's a picture on my Instagram that, actually, maybe I'll send it to you, Tony, so you can put it up on the website also.
Good call, Brian.
That I took from the bathroom at the bar, and it's of something, and it's doing something to a refrigerator, and the joke was, even though it doesn't look like Batman, I called it Batman sexually assaulting a refrigerator.
That's what it kind of looked like to me.
Right. So for the rest of the night, we just kept making various references to Batman sexually assaulting a refrigerator.
And you know what the brand of that refrigerator was, Brian?
No.
Joe Chill.
It was a Joe Chill chest? Yeah.
Yes.
Terrible.
Very much.
That explains it. You fucked me, I'll fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. That at least now I know why. There were a lot of dicks drawn on the walls in the bathroom, too.
That's pretty standard, which I never understand.
Yeah, a lot. And it was nice, walking in, seeing the old troughs. I was like, oh, reminds me of burgers or the sports arena.
So you thought troughs was like... all these memories come flooding back.
Yeah, I just laid on the floor and cried.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh, God, I'm going to need a tetanus shot now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I don't ever understand is when you walk into the men's room and there's just dicks everywhere.
Well, that's what happens in a
men's
men's
funny.
room. You mean drawn on the wall, not actual dicks. Okay.
Yeah, drawn on the wall. and granted, it is always funny, so it's probably there for comedic purposes.
Yeah. I'm just picturing you walking into a men's room, there's just guys peeing everywhere, and you're like, hey, whoa, what's with all the dicks?
Like, what's with all the dicks?
Like,
here comes Brad.
Yeah.
Huh, what? It's like he comes sliding in like Kramer.
Right. Putting his arms around everybody.
Guys,
I
got a great idea.
Like, Brad,
You're
get out of here.
One step towards it.
Oh, man. You're
Step one complete.
You're halfway to a great idea. Like, stop it, Brad. We all know who you are.
Jesus, Brad.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was, the picture made me laugh. And then right outside there's like the hallway there, they have a ton of pictures of, the name of the venue is the Blind Pig. And, a lot of people will point out that Nirvana played there back in the day, which, okay. Anyway, they have pics from like various parties they've thrown there, like Halloween parties and all this stuff. And another picture that I'll send, I don't know if you saw it, Tony, there's this dude that's like crouched down next to this like classic car.
I did see that one too.
It seriously looks like it's straight off of it's some guy from a hair band. And,
we should reenact a photo.
It's pretty awesome. I know. I thought that too. And last night when I posted the picture, I was like, man, I really want this to be my new dating profile picture. Just post Photoshop. It. Yeah, I don't just post that picture and see what happens.
Oh, hey, I like that idea.
Just, you've been to the Blind Pig too, whatever. It's an icebreaker. Yeah, I just laughed, when I saw the picture, and because there were a lot of really funny pictures on that wall, but that one just stood out to me. So I had to get a picture of it. So we'll get those pictures up on the website or, I don't know, somewhere. Mexico. I don't know.
Yeah. C.
Huh?
C.
Oh, C. Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. So while we were standing outside, there was a moment where these two guys with beards and long hair walking shoulder to shoulder walk right past us. And they go down this alley. And Jeremy turns to me and goes, "Did you just see Double Jesus?" And these guys did look like Jesus.
Wow, like Growler Jesus or Jesus?
Like Jesus. There were two of them.
Huh.
Two of them.
Whoa. Double Trouble starring Jesus.
Yes. I was thinking...
Two of them.
No, sir. You're thinking the wrong way. Double Dragon starring Double Jesus.
Oh, shit. Wait, Hammer and Spike. That's kind of rude.
I didn't even think about that. You're right. That is kind of rude. Okay, maybe we should go with your idea. Yikes. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. That's so good. It wrote itself.
It did write itself.
Yeah. I was thinking actually Power Twins or Wonder Twins and, stuff like that. But yeah, I was like, he didn't actually rise from the cave. I was like, it was all just, misdirection.
Oh, it's like The Prestige.
Yeah. I was like, so I was like, there was just two of him the whole time. It's like he's all smoke and mirrors.
Like how many times did Jesus 1 bang Mary Magdalene while Jesus 2 snuck out of the room?
Nice. Double Jesus was double teaming her. Yeah.
Yep. She didn't even know it.
Right? I hate it when that
You filthy creature, you.
He's an animal.
Dirty son of a carpenter.
What an animal. Yeah, that we had a good time, laughing at that, of course, because Double Jesus.
Double Jesus.
How could you not? Let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, there was a moment when the Summer Cannibals were leaving, and Kathy, who I think it's Kathy, the bass player for the Thermals, was singing "The Boxer" by oh geez, I can't think of their name. Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh, right.
And she was going like, bye, whatever. And she just kept doing it because they were leaving. So she's saying bye to them, but she's singing the song, right? And at one point, how in the song, there's that part where it's like, bush, it's like bye, whatever. So she's doing that. And I do the bush part. Well, right as I do that, she like right after me does it. And we're just cracking up. And, so that was kind of funny. But whatever, it's cool. I did it first, but whatever.
Yeah, you immediately became a bush hipster.
No, she killed me.
Not borscht. Bush.
Borscht. Beer. Borscht. The old borscht beer.
Oh God! Now that sounds horrible.
Baltika's #1 rival. Borscht beer. It's like a kick to the face.
The Siberian tundra. Borscht beer.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, what else do I have?
It's cold when the prisoners on the can turn blue. Borscht.
Wow. I like it. That's a good idea.
Just clever marketing in Siberia.
It's pretty smart. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Borscht. I kind of think Borscht is our brand now. I think that's our new beer going forward.
Yeah.
Aside from hams, of course.
Well, of course. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, hams and Baltica.
Yeah.
Until our contract runs out.
Oh, and we can make a clever cocktail. Ham Tika.
Until Borscht Tika comes out. Because you can't really combine hams and borscht.
Not really.
Yeah, see. It's just...
No. I'm thinking, but it's all awful.
Yeah.
It all sounds like I'm having strokes.
Well, that's probably accurate.
Stroke noises.
When you consume them, you probably do.
You're probably right.
Yeah. Oh, here, have a borscht.
Perfect. That's that borscht hitting your flavor zone.
Flavor zone. I don't think so, sir. It's hitting your flavor country.
Yeah.
What
is a flavor zone? Blood on the brain.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It'll be like that.
This tastes like lost memories.
It'll be like how was that movie? Phenomenon with Travolta. Thank you. You know, when it's like, I have all these powers, or life's good, and it's like, no, you have an aneurysm.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoilers.
Those sick ass powers you get.
Yeah, actually, you're dying.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Don't tell me how it ends. Well, I mean,
yeah, but it's in my Netflix queue, Brian.
No, I was meaning he's telling the doctor, don't tell me how it ends. They're like, you have blood clots everywhere. Oh man. All right, so I extended. You know how a lot of times I'll tell you something and I'll be like, "Hey, I'll give you $1 if."
Oh yeah.
Well, last night, as I am wont to do, I was doing more of that. You know, like I was trying to get Jeremy to act like a fangirl when the bands came out with their gear. You know, just start screaming because there was nobody else out there. It was just us. Like to just start screaming when the bands came out with their gear.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Right. Like, you know, like yell like I love you, Hutch, or whatever as they came out. And yeah, it didn't happen. I was very disappointed.
That is disappointing.
Yeah. And he made a comment that he'd like to get a picture of himself with the thermals. And I was like, dude, I'll have my phone ready. Just run up near him and I'll take the picture. Like not actually close to them, but just enough where you're enough in a picture.
He's in the foreground.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. There was another one. I can't remember. We were, I think we mentioned to Steve about, going up to, Uber cars and asking if they were the one with the bathroom in it. Like different stuff like that, you know, just trying to get him to do something, but that didn't happen. That was disappointing. There were a lot of really weird, there was an Uber, a truck that pulled up for somebody that was an Uber, and all the windows were steamed up. And the guy's like,
Brad's truck.
Yeah, this dude's like wiping the windows and he's a creep. And these two people walk up to it, and I looked at Jeremy, and I'm like, I would not get in that truck.
Yeah. That's the last truck they'll ever see.
There's no way I'd get in that truck. Oh, man. Good times. Good times. I can't remember the other one. There was another one that was a really good $1 one, and I can't remember what it was now.
So basically, moral of the story is it's a good thing you went to the concert. It sounds like you had a great time.
Oh, yeah. It was a great time. It was a lot of fun. I know there was something else I was going to mention, but I can't remember what it is. So, whatever. You know,
right.
Can't remember everything.
Sometimes just for you.
Yeah. Well, it's more like at this point, it's not even that I'm trying to remember it to share with people listening. I'm just wanting to tell you stuff that I remember that was funny. So, you know.
That's fair.
Yeah. You know, on the night, I classed it up by keeping our tradition going. Small venues, punk rock bands, PBR.
Well, as is tradition.
Well, they were $2, so
$2. You have a beard; it's allowable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there was a whiskey sitting there for me on the counter at one point. So I was like, you know, I mean, What are you going to do? There's a whiskey there.
Yeah. If someone provides whiskey, once again, we're back to man-sized thirst.
Right. What am I going to do? Be
Not
rude?
many things can quench a man-sized thirst.
I can't be rude and not drink it.
Exactly.
That's just not, I'm more civilized than that.
Right.
Allegedly.
What are we, savages?
A little bit.
Well, okay.
Not when
tools and fire.
Not when only one whiskey is involved. Well, not when only one shot of whiskey is involved.
Right.
Not when only one small shot of whiskey is involved.
Right.
I'm trying to get this clarified correctly. That way everyone's, not going, okay, but his shot of whiskey might be a bottle. No, it's not. Right. I'm not, come on. Not an animal here.
Completely.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I forgot. There's one more thing I posted a picture of. One of the bars, like right across from the parking garage we were at, has a sign that's supposed to say billiards.
Right.
And all of the sign, like the part that says Bill in billiards was all gone in the sign. And, or billiard or whatever. Anyway, the last part of it worked, but only the left side of the R was lit up. Not the round part of the R and the tail.
Right.
So basically the sign just said AIDS. And
it's a lovely.
Right. And I took a picture of it because, how could you not? It says AIDS.
Your Instagram when we're done recording.
Yeah. Yeah. In that one, I got a decent picture of that because we were about to pull out and I told the garage and I told Jeremy, I was like, stop for a minute. I got to get a picture of this. And he was like, what? And I pointed and he goes, oh yeah, you got to get a picture of that.
Yeah. It says AIDS.
It says AIDS. Yeah. It's like, I certainly don't think we want to go to that bar. Plus, who advertises AIDS? Who thinks that's a draw? I mean,
yeah, really.
Unless maybe it's a bar for people only with AIDS. I mean,
that could be. I don't know. Nitro AIDS might be good.
Nitro AIDS?
Things with a nitro tap, they're always way better.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
It's creamy.
I don't know that I don't want AIDS. I don't know that making it creamy makes it better, sir. It's so frothy.
I never thought AIDS could be this. I'm like, it's gonna stop.
Just stop. Yeah, it's probably for the best.
I bailed.
All right, so we have no QoftheW recap this week, do we?
Yeah, that's on me, guys. Mm-hmm. This guy right here, 2 thumbs pointing at me, is a cunt.
Wow,
I completely forgot to post the QoftheW on any of our social medias.
Yeah, all right.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, here, let's have a quick conversation, and we'll see if you want this to be the QoftheW or if you want to go a different direction then.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, fair enough. What do you got?
Okay. So, I was having a conversation a couple weeks ago with Fluffy Bunny Ash, and
yes,
we were talking about how, I don't remember even how we got on this topic, about how basically if we were in like an MMORPG type game, how I would probably be, a character that would just sit at the bar and all the adventurers would come through and I'd be like, basically like, I'm too old for this shit. My knee hurts, that kind of guy,
Right.
And I would just
adventure like you, and then I took an arrow to the knee.
Right. Pretty much. And then I would just sit and get drunk. And, how you would start off as, whatever, and then you'd become a raccoon, and basically eventually in game they would have to nerf you because you're too dangerous in your raccoon form. And that basically they'd have to turn you into like a gnome that just goes around karate kicking things. Because, then you're still, all sorts of fun and whatever, but, you're less dangerous because otherwise you'd be wrecking everything.
Well, yeah.
Because everyone knows you in raccoon or werewolf form is just, nothing is safe. So
it's true.
Yeah. You'd be karate kicking everything for Jeebus. Double Jesus, if you will.
Double Jesus.
Double
karate kicks.
You're right. If we can synchronize, we can double karate kick for double Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
pretty sure we'll like rip open a hole in space time if that happens.
That's squad goals right there, sir. Okay, so the QoftheW that I had kind of gone off on this, and this isn't so much for you, I guess. This would be for our listeners. Would be like if they were in this same game as us, what would their character be? And again, you can't just be, I'm some babe.
Rathguard, a barbarian. I've got a two-handed sword.
Yeah.
And plate mail.
Yeah.
And greaves.
Right. It's like, I want it to be realistic more to who you are. Like mine. I'm not going on any adventures because there's all the walking and there's the bar with the nice refreshing beer, and I have man-sized thirst to quench. That's the only adventure I'm adventuring that day, is my attempt to quench that man-sized thirst.
Man-sized thirst.
And you're just spinning around as a gnome kicking things.
Accurate.
Also drinking beers. I mean, we'll grant you that. I mean, we can't take that away from you. So I can't really ask you that, but I kind of want to ask other people, because I think it would be kind of fun to world build other people in the Salty Language MMO RPG in case we ever make this game.
All right, so the QoftheW then is in the Salty Language MMO RPG. What would your character be?
Yeah.
And are we going to go like that's not a traditional character archetype? So like, I'll be a barbarian with, I got a battle axe, a throwing, and a dick spear.
Well, in fairness, you could be a barbarian if you want. Like, realistically, I would probably be, like, in the normal archetypes, I'd probably be like a dwarf.
So you just want people to flesh your characters out.
Yeah. I just, do whatever you want to do, but it's like, you have to put, like, I'd like to hear people's drawbacks on it, because realistically in the characters, the flaws are always better than your, like, perks, Yeah. Like, I always want to hear.
Like, because I'll alter mine a little bit, and this would be something I'd actually play.
Fair. Okay.
Like, if we're playing D&D.
Right.
And now I kind of want to play D&D just for this.
Right.
Is I would play a druid. Right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And when he gets drunk, he just transmorphs into a raccoon using his druid powers.
Right? Okay.
And
yeah.
He gets in the shit.
That's totally playable. Okay, I can live with that. That's actually, that's legit right there.
Because that would just be hilarious.
Right. And like I said, my dude would just be the guy who sits at the bar, and as the adventures go on and they come back into town, I'm probably the guy who's like warning the group, like, I wouldn't do that. I've seen some shit, That's my guy, I'm the wise man back at the bar, or I'm just the bartender or whatever,
Right.
I'm just probably not going on adventures unless they're close.
So I guess in the Salty Language RPG, what would your character be?
Yeah, exactly. We can make it more D&D instead of a video game or whatever. However you want to play it, it's fine.
It's, like a pen and paper game gives you a little more freedom.
Sure, that's fine. Yeah, that's why I didn't really know how to, I was just kind of, spitballing when I was doing it. So
I like it though. I think it's fun. And I've noticed that the QoftheWs, when we ask our listeners to be a little more creative, they get more involved.
Yeah. And like I said, like add kind of your traits to the thing, not like just a character you would play, but something about you. It doesn't have to be a lot, just like a trait of yours or something, something about you that would make, like Tony said, his druid becomes a raccoon that gets into shit. That's all we need right there,
I mean, I'm telling you, I would love to actually play this character.
I think you would.
Anytime he goes to tavern, he gets hammered.
Yeah.
Because you have a limited amount of transformations for your character a day, and you just waste it just turning into animals
right.
when he gets drunk.
Yeah.
Because it's fun.
Right.
Because
I'm not going to lie. I remember listening to you when you were playing as a drunken master, or was it drunken master? Or when you did drunken...
I was the drunken monk.
Yeah, drunken monk. That's what it was. And that was hilarious. I really enjoyed
listening. My guy was constantly hammered.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. I remember hearing you play that sometimes. Like, because you were playing that at the shop, I think, weren't you? When Matt was Yeah. And I was cracking up at that because you were just, being silly with... I mean, obviously there's some rules, but, you were being very creative with what you were doing with the character. So I enjoyed that. So... yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking with this. So there you go. Good times.
All right, boom. Boom, whap.
Yep. I think, let me double check. One more thing. Because we kind of joked about it in the Enthusiast that we did that you haven't heard yet, probably. We've been joking. This is another, call to arms for the listeners. We've been joking that we need an intern for the show. And by joking, I mean, we need an intern for the show. And, but what we need is somebody, you know, we want people to like submit I'm air quoting resume to us. And by resume, I mean ridiculous reasons why you would be qualified to be our intern.
Yes.
So that we can read those on the air as well. And so if you're interested in being the Salty Language, we'll call you intern until you're in, then we'll call you much more foul things. I'm kidding. Probably. But yeah, in a joking sense, of course. But, you know, if you'd like to be the Salty Language intern, give us a reason why. And, you know, send that into saltylanguage@gmail.com.
I think we should set up some sort of time limit.
Yeah.
And then at the end of our time limit, we read off the reasons we got. Maybe. Okay. I don't know. I know we're doing what we do and we spitball on the show while we're recording.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I was just thinking we'll see how it goes.
The cat is outside my studio meowing like crazy.
Yeah.
Either there's a fresh kill out there or I'm next.
I'm going to go with B.
Probably.
By the way, Tony, my check just cleared according to this to your cat.
Oh, perfect.
Prepare to die.
Everything, Brian.
Yep. You didn't even know it, did you?
I had no idea.
Your cat takes PayPal.
I was wondering what happened to the iTouch.
Yep. You just see your cat like pat this way. Yeah. Like you hear the PayPal like I forgot what noise.
Whatever it is.
You're like, what was that? And then the cat just leaps at you.
He just tries meowing over it. Meow.
Yeah. I don't know how a cat coughs over it, but whatever. All right, so we've got the Q of the W, all that out of the way. I don't know, you got anything else? Believe I am done.
I think I am spent as well.
All right, fair enough. So, yeah, always we're always like, hey, go to thesaltylanguage.com, kids. So do that. If you're going to do any buying on Amazon, swing by the web, saltylanguage.com first, click on the Amazon banner, and then go buy as normal. Doesn't cost you anything extra except a couple extra clicks. They throw us a little some. And then you can, like I said, doesn't cost you anything extra. They give us a little taste.
Fuck yeah, they do.
Yeah. And also while you're on the website, of course you can check out all the extra links and the pictures and the Easter eggs that Tony's hidden in the website for you. And
so many Easter eggs.
So many.
Good luck finding them.
Right. Yeah. Good luck indeed. Also, while you're there, check out the blogs. Tony posted a blog.
I really should get more regular on the blog posts. But
I actually was thinking that the other day. I'm going to really try to do that with some
I
stuff.
will also attempt to add my 2 cents in more regularly.
Yeah. But here's my 2 cents. It's just a picture of pennies. Just every couple weeks, we'll just post a picture of 2 pennies.
Hey, look, I found a 1952 one and a 1973 one.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that great, guys?
Horrible. So boring.
Coin talk. It's my new podcast, Coin Talk.
That's a good one. That's really...
Right?
Yeah, it's like a 2-minute podcast.
Yeah.
A minute and a half of bumpers.
I just talk about what pocket change I have, which I never carry because I hate it.
Awesome. Well, guys, this week I'm carrying none again. See you next week.
It's crazy. I got a receipt for Speedway in my pocket.
Nice.
I bought gasoline.
Talk to you next time.
Bye-bye. Coin Talk. God, it's awful. I got a sick theme song lined up.
Whew, man. Speaking of sick theme songs, this isn't at all. Go, while you're on the saltylanguage.com, you can check out the networks we're part of, such as the Powerhouse Network, Tangent Bound Network.
Oh, shit.
Where Mark is doing all the things with all the podcasts. And if you go to his website, you can listen to all the shows that are part of the network, through the website, if you do it through your phone, you can listen to all the shows and stuff, which is pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
He's done that. You can check out Wicked Radio Network if you want to give our pal Dev some love. You know, even though he wasn't at the Fantasticon, and it sounds like a little horseshit.
It does sound like horseshit. It does sound. There it is.
Horseshit!
I hate this app sometimes.
Yeah, it happens. It's fine.
I want to swipe and it change pages on me and fuck you, app.
Jeez.
You know,
Settle down, man. Settle down.
Yeah, boy!
I feel better now.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
We're in the directory thing on Geek Life Radio. We're, let's see, there's another network we're part of.
Podgods Network.
Yeah, you're right.
Where we lay down lightning and thunder.
That's true.
Up on high.
It's true. You know, we joined a long time ago because, you know, we fancy, crisps and the footy. So,
yes.
So Adam was like, hey, you chaps, you blokes should be part of this now. I'm done. Moving on.
So it turned into Gods of War storyline. We started just killing off podcasts, ascending to the top of Mount Olympus.
It's true. And then I feel like there's another one. I feel like there's one more.
I do believe it's
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
Entertainment.
24/7 one more time.
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
Entertainment. Ran by somebody who's related to someone on another podcast that we've appeared on.
Several times. Someone that may or may not have unceremoniously pulled a bread knife on an unsuspecting passerby.
Right. A bread knife? Cheese knife.
Was it cheese knife?
It was a cheese knife.
Yes, it was a cheese knife.
Yeah. You said it earlier in the show. It was a cheese knife.
I might have said bread knife.
Shh. It was a cheese knife.
Well,
Play along.
what I do know is there's probably a cheese knife serial killer somewhere on the West Coast.
That's probably true. So
The last thing you hear is just this faint squealing, giggling.
We actually, yeah, it's too bad we didn't know you were going there because we do have a sound drop of her giggling.
You have a sound?
I mean, that's for our own pleasure, but you know.
And it's got weird. Brad's only around.
Wait, what do you mean?
We just Bradded it.
What do you mean it just got weird?
That's true. I want to turn Brad into the name Brad into a way to explain stuff.
Yeah, well, you got to go up and put your arms around
Brad in here.
You got to put your arms around or arm around people when you do it. That's the only way you can Brad things up.
That's true.
So, sorry.
Keep that in mind, though.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so you've seen all the saltylanguage.com stuff there is to be had. So also check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/saltylanguage. And if you want to hit us up, you can email us at saltylanguage@gmail.com. Or if you want to find us on the Twitters, you can find us at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami.
I'm at Monotony on Twitter, although I've been using Snapchat way more at salty_language.
Boom. You can also find us on the Instagrams at Salty Language.
And on the YouTube, Salty Language Pod.
It's true.
I need to put up our Periscope, our 20-minute Periscope of us driving to the convention.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Good call. All right. If you need any of the other links, they're in the show notes or they're at saltylanguage.com. So, go do that or hit us up and say, hey, guys.
Hey, buddy. Like, come up, put your arm around us.
Yeah. Nice. Hey, guys, I got an idea. Like, stop it, Brad.
Jesus.
Enough. All right. So until next time, kids, always remember, have a beer, you'll be fine.
And also, stay salty.
For how long, though, Tony? For how long?
24/7.
It's not what I...
What?
It's not what I wanted from you right there, sir.
Oh. Forever, ever?
Nope.
I don't know what you want, Brian.
I'm very disappointed.
Hey,
nope. Not part of a day.
Oh, fuck me. I'm an idiot. Remember, guys, stay salty.
All day.